Welcome to Two Sisters Podcast with your hosts, Kristy and Melissa, who are real sisters bringing you real talk about life and faith through humor, insight, and community. Now, let's get into this week's episode.
What's up, guys? It's Melissa.
And Kristy.
And welcome to Two Sisters Podcast. Well, it's been a minute.
It's been a while
since you heard from us. It's season 2.
It's season 2.
And we are excited to be back.
Yes.
And we got plenty to say.
We do.
So, we want to kind of just start off. We want to just thank everybody who's been supporting us and, listening to the podcast. We enjoyed the feedback. We also, enjoy the feedback is rather good, bad, ugly. Like, we are appreciative of, the things you want to hear, the comments about what we talk about. And, our goal is to, educate, edify, build up, especially the woman. All right. So,
woman to woman.
So we just want to thank everybody. We missed y'all. We missed you. So yeah. So we starting off with this episode, and it's entitled "Put on Your Big Girl Panties." Put on your big girl pants, whichever way you want to say it. Either way, we're saying put on your big girl pants. All right. The subtitle to that is, "Are you an adult?" Now, yeah, that kind of speaks for itself. So I want to talk about some things, and this is probably going to be 3, 4, 5 parts, who knows? But the very first thing, or the first area that we want to focus on and concentrate on and go a little bit deeper in is the accountability, responsibility. You know how I am. Like, I usually like to give definitions, but we're gonna save all that, all right? And we're gonna say it in layman's terms. Accountability, being responsible for you, what you do, what you say, what you didn't do, what you didn't say, and just your intentionality as far as dealing with other people, just basically living an adult life in this world, whatever state you're in, just living life and adulting, as everyone say. So it's basically about being a responsible adult and taking responsibility for your actions and your decisions, and just not allowing yourself to stay stagnant, unproductive, mean, envious, like just having excuses and blaming everyone else for your inability and for your inability to just be responsible for you. And the flip side to this, on the accountability part and being responsible, is that if you don't like something, if something is not jiving with you, or you are not happy, you are miserable, and if it is a person that is making you miserable or causing your unhappiness or contributing to your happiness, then it is your responsibility to remove yourself, or not allow that person to continue doing whatever it is they're doing to make you unhappy. No one is making you stay somewhere or do something that you are not pleased with, that is not being, producing results in your life. Ultimately, you're responsible for your life. And so for this season, we just really want to talk about growth, all about growth, mentally, spiritually, physically, like everything it is to self-develop, to grow and develop. So personal development, personal growth, that's what we're about this season. And so, yeah, I want to talk about it with you. So that's why I entitled it, Put On Your Big Girl Pants and Panties, or whatever it is you want to call it, about being accountable for the things that you do or do not do. So, yeah, so being accountable is your responsibility, you being responsible, and also not allowing people to do things to you that doesn't cause you to be productive and just being stagnant. So either way.
Yeah. So with that being said, Melissa, you had a good point about taking responsibility that if there is someone in your life, you can remove yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's your responsibility to be responsible for you, right? And I want to
All the way.
I want to speak on that a little bit because I know, people have come to us, people have talked to us either on a professional level or, family and friends, where they are in a situation where they don't hold, I guess, the reins of their life because they have handed over that power to someone else.
Right.
What do I mean? I mean, someone else is paying your bills. You do not have any means set up where you can pay your own bills. So you are accepting less than because somebody else is putting food on your table and turning your lights on. So then thereby you feel like you cannot leave the situation or leave the environment in which you're placed in because you don't have the money or you don't have the resources or you don't have the whatever piece of paper that is going to allow you to, be in a better economic situation. However, with that being said, there still is a huge amount of accountability on your part.
Yes.
Because there were decisions that you made that you are now in this particular spot.
Right.
You are in this spot where you have given control of your life over to someone else who is not treating you or yours, whether you have children, pets, whatever, a pet fish. Okay, they don't feed the fish. All right, well, you don't have any money to feed the fish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, the first step is it's unfortunate that you're in that predicament, but is it your fault? What fault is it of yours at this point? Is it 100% the other person's fault? Is it 100% the other person's fault that they are controlling your life and you're allowing them to control it? They, especially, women, we hear stories all the time. Women have put themselves in a predicament where, their significant other, their husband, their boyfriend, the father of their children is their main source of income, right?
Yeah.
They don't have maybe they are home with the children. They don't have a steady income where they are outside of the house working. They're responsible for their children and they're responsible for the household, but yet that has placed them in a predicament where they can't just jump ship, right? So they think.
Yeah.
So then how long have you been in this situation? If this person has not been treating you right,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
As I said, is it 100% their fault? Because 1 year has passed. Now it's the 9th year. At what point are you going to build yourself with one step at a time to get yourself out of the situation where you're not financially dependent on someone else?
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay, cool. We accept that excuse year 1.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe year 3. It's year 9, ma'am.
20.
It's year 9. It's year 21. It's year 17. It's year 13.
Right.
It's year 4,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that segues into
The excuses.
Mm-hmm.
The excuses that you use to stay where you are. So Kristy gave one of the excuses, or some excuses actually.
Mm-hmm. Because we hear it.
Yep. Here's 2 more.
And we've done it.
Exactly.
Listen, we're not immune.
Exactly.
We're not immune.
Not at all. This is why we're talking about it. Not in control of your situation. So basically, situations out of your control. So we get that. That life happens. Life is going to happen. Life is going to continue to happen as long as the earth rotates around the sun. That's never going to go away. So at some point, that shouldn't be an excuse. Life is life. and you're here and you're living it. So you need to do what's necessary to live your life. Another excuse is, not having an example before you. I get that one all the time. Matter of fact, my whole reading club was tired of me because every single time they gave me an excuse, I always, always, always come back with, okay, but what are you going to do about it? Like, what is your part in this? You don't have to have examples. Yes, it's good to have them. Yes, you can become one for someone. You can be a mentor to someone. You can be that example. But you should not stand still, be stagnant, be unproductive. Just, just the inability to move forward, to progress forward, because you don't have an example, or you've never had that example. You want to be married, you never had, no woman in your family has ever been married, stayed married, all are single moms, all this, all of that, like, or you never had a man to show you how to treat a woman. Like, all of those are excuses, and at some point, are you an adult? When will it become on you to change the course and the trajectory of your life? When do you become responsible for you and your life and the outcome that you desire for it to be? When do you ask yourself that question? Are you always going to play the victim? So my thing is that these are excuses that keep you, or that you use to stay where you are mentally, stay where you are literally, physically, stay where you are spiritually, like you're not growing. And that's a whole nother topic as far as spiritually, because, if you don't have your faith in God, all right, what? In your own ability? What is, like, how's that working for you? How is all of this working for you?
And I do want to say on the spiritual tip, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I was thinking of that. Like, let's put the physical examples to the side for just a second.
Yeah.
Like Melissa was saying, okay, you never had an example of a proper, functional, healthy household. Okay, cool. And if you look at all the people at your family reunion or the cookout, and you've been going to this cookout since you was 4, and now you're 24 or 34 or 44 or 54, then that speaks to a spiritual reason, right? Like, yes, there's something going on in your family,
yes,
that's generational. So I'm not going to go into it now, but you also have to address that, right? We're not going to speak on that in this particular episode, but if you're doing everything that you can possibly do, naturally, and it's not working for you, then that's when you need to go to God and get the inside secrets, okay?
The insights.
Get the inside secrets of what is going on spiritually
in your bloodline, your family lineage.
Within your family. I see you wanted to finish my sentence with that.
Yeah.
You really wanted to get that point out?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You want, oh my goodness. So, yeah, so then that's when you're going to have to do some other work, and it's super serious, let me tell you.
Yes.
But, that could be another episode, but we specifically were talking about natural things you can do, beginning with the excuses, right? Recognize that you are making excuses at a certain point. Like, as I said, year 1, year 2, year 3, okay, right? But we also know in our family, you don't have to look very far. You have examples where you have that mom, you have that dad, you have that cousin, you have that aunt who had nothing after a relationship went sour, right? You're bruised up physically, emotionally, financially. And what did? They reached out to somebody, and somebody helped them, whether that was auntie, grandma, great aunt, whoever. They were able to take refuge someplace and regroup.
Yes.
They had to put their pride aside.
Regroup.
Definitely. If they had mouths to feed, they had to put their pride to the side. And yes, the world has gotten very much more wicked in the last 40 years. since we were born. But there's people that will help you.
Yes.
And if you don't have not nan family member, cousin, auntie, great aunt, there are organizations that will help you. They're nonprofits, okay? They get money to help you.
Right.
All kinds of yous, whoever yous is out there, whatever your situation is, you know what I mean?
Right.
But doing what you've been doing and just feeling defeated, like you can't take one step. It obviously takes one step. Maybe that step is a phone call. That is a internet search on what is out there to help you.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
But it starts with that decision that you're going to make, that you are fed up with where your life is. You're taking accountability for that, for where you are, your part. We're not talking about things, extreme exceptions to the rule where you're literally somewhere chained against your will.
Correct.
We don't know nothing about that.
Right.
We're not speaking to that situation.
Correct.
We're speaking to what is in your control to change for your life.
For your life.
What you're responsible for as far as where you are in life at this point. And how you can change your circumstance. And that starts with a decision of responsibility, aka accountability.
Right. So I call that process to push through, and that starts with the decision, which Kristy is talking about. And the fact that she mentioned it, don't want to work to be free. That word free comes with a lot, and this is going to have to go into part 2. So it's doing the work. And when I say that you don't want to be, like, you don't want to do the work to be free, that's what she was talking about. Actually, like, just making a decision and following through all the way through to get the help. Number 1, this is your freedom moment. Basically, put your pride to the side and seek help, whether that's people. And honestly, I mean, being on this earth is, even in the 40-something years I've been here, there is always someone to help you. Always somebody to help you. You got to want to get their help. And like she said, if you don't it's just not Nate, how they say it in the South, not Nate a little bit. If it's not Nate, one little person that is there around you that you can find to help you in your circle, okay, there are organizations. You can always find help somewhere through somebody, through someone's organization to get help. You just have to want it. So making that decision, deciding to be free, deciding to do the work, deciding to stop handing over the power to someone else or giving control to someone else, okay? And then putting your pride to the side, your ego, and seek the help, period. That's the beginning of this series about putting your big girl panties on, because that's what is required of you to do. So we're going to stop there and close this session up with that. Those are the freedom moments that we wanted to share and just talk about the accountability. Yeah, so let us know what you think, and we look forward to hearing from you. Right?
All right, yes, we will talk to y'all
soon. Until next time, guys. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Two Sisters Podcast, where we hope to encourage you on your journey of transformation and healing while having fun along the way. Follow us on IG and Twitter. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. It's available on all major podcast providers. Just search for Two Sisters Podcast. Till next time.